Welcome to a Dungeons and Dragons podcast, Adventures of the Sword Coast, with Azareah Nirikirel, Eladrin Elf Cleric, Cepheon, Asimar Paladin, Deimus the Trickster, Half-Elf Warlock, and myself, Dan, as the Dungeon Master. Enjoy Chapter 6, Fresh Poison and Jellies.
Before everybody woke up in the afternoon of the third day since the ambush, Deimus had a confrontation with Balthazar about his pact and hands over half of his gold. Cepheon is convinced to put justice on the town master and asks for advice from his lady, who guides him in difficult choices. The lady demanded justice and heads need to be rolled, and after some quick food and drinks, Azareah, Cepheon, Deimus, and Inverna head into town, and they went to the Lion Shield Coster for once again do business with Lilene Greywand in weapons. Arriving at the Townmaster Hall, they meet Halia Thornton, who was in discussion with the Townmaster about him failing being a good Townmaster. She offers 50 gold pieces to the group as a reward for the help against the Red Brands, and a group would get 50 gold pieces more at the celebration that evening, which was organized especially for them. Halia had a private conversation with Cepheon, where she informed him that new leadership is needed and that she would be their best shot. At that point, Cepheon tried to put on a ritual on the Townmaster in the name of his lady goddess, but Deimus and Azareah jumped in and protected the Townmaster. Upon witnessing this, the Townmaster offered he would step down at the celebration tonight and would make Halia the new Townmaster. Cepheon bought water and rations together with Azareah, and after that they joined the festivities. But the festivities went horribly wrong. Glastov, the escaped mage, appeared with the Red Brands and murdered the Townmaster. The group started to fight. The mage got defeated, but little did they know that more horrible enemies would show his face. One, and a young white dragon appeared, destroying the square, killing the Red Brands and eating Inverna. The group was able to do a bit of damage on the dragon flat. Halia, the new Townmaster, informed the group that this dragon was Cryovane. The dragon was a myth and hasn't been seen for many years, and while it's awake, it will cause a lot of problems for Phandalin and the surrounding area. And she gives 3 quests to the group. The group heads back to the inn where they think over what happened today and decided to discuss what to do the next morning. Just before they go to sleep, they visit Sildar to see how he's doing and inform him about one of the quests they got involved, a mine excavation. Sildar agrees to join them the next morning for breakfast. Cue the Stone Hill Inn. There we go. Episode 6. It is the morning of the 4th day since the ambush, and where everything started. Cepheon wakes up, sits on the side of the bed. He looks up, and there in the corner of his room is his lady goddess. My dear Cepheon, you have disappointed me. Instead of bringing justice upon the Townmaster, who definitely deserved to die, you killed the one and only person who was able to put justice upon him. What do you have to say for yourself? Don't you love me?
Well, my lady, you should know, the person who took the justice for me, I made sure that justice was served to him.
You indeed, but not until your friends already put a lot of damage on him. It looked to me that before that you refused. What is going on with you? Don't you think that justice is needed to be served? Are you going to disappoint me more in the future?
No, I will bring you more blood. Just tell me whose blood you want next. Just let me know.
Blood and suffering. Because blood without suffering has no meaning. So people need to suffer, then blood will flow, and then you send them to me with the use of your great axe that you have gotten.
Okay,
So-
Let me know when you want me to serve justice upon anybody.
I have faith in you that you will, that you are able to decide that for yourself without me taking you by the hand all the time. I thought you would know what to do in certain, anyway, just show me how much you love me, and I'll see if I still have faith in you.
Okay, I will do that, my lady.
All right. And with that, she disappears from your room. And meanwhile, downstairs, in the inn, Deimus is already sitting and waiting for the others to order breakfast and discuss what the plan is for the day. It's a beautiful morning again. It looks like Phandalin never has rain. It's always very nice and sun shining, and the sun is getting through the windows. There is already some people out next to Deimus. Toblin is behind the bar. Elsa is walking around waitering, and Azareah, who was sleeping outside, is gonna enter the inn and sits down next to Deimus. And at the moment when she sits down, Cepheon comes down the stairs, but on his face there's a mixture of disappointment and frustration.
He's completely naked.
He sits down together with Azareah and Deimus, and if Cepheon is completely naked, that's gonna be interesting. I give the word. I give the word to you, Azareah. Can you move your person?
Nope.
There you go, Deimus.
How is Cepheon coming? Cepheon, aren't you forgetting something?
He starts sitting at the table and grabs a cup of coffee and starts drinking the coffee like it's a normal day.
And then Elsa comes up to the table. Oh, sorry. I needed to clean up that coffee. The coffee is still from yesterday. What can I get for you all? Good morning.
Like a porridge.
What is up with you, by the way? Why are you naked?
Can I just have coffee and some breakfast, please?
You mean a very small coffee?
I don't think you called it small, and he takes his penis and slams it on the table.
Ew.
That's what you get if you go this way! You shouldn't go this way!
You know what? I'll get Toblin. He's maybe better in handling this kind of situations. I'm so sorry. And she looks at Azareah and she's like, give her a face like, what the fuck are you doing with this dude? And she goes away, and you see her standing behind Toblin and whispers something in his ear. Toblin is looking, and he's like, excuse me, sir. Two things. First of all, I hope you're gonna pay for that damage you did to the table just now. And second of all, could you please go back to your room and put on some clothes, for God's sake? I have more guests than you. I know you're a hero, and I know you saved us many of times, but even a hero wears a cape or anything that covers his business.
I said, nothing is allowed these days anymore, and he walks outside and he goes here to sit in the grass for a second.
What gets closer to him starting to bark at him? Is he think sausage is being served?
Okay, so
Alright, it's gonna be an interesting session if it starts like this.
I can actually try to see if the dog is better, likes me better today. So I try
animal handling.
2.
You throw a 2.
Yeah, no, I put a 3, but it's -1. So
And what are you trying to do with Guat?
just to see if he's like a little more friendlier today, because I'm not feeling that amazing.
And
so
how
I mean,
are you gonna try to figure that out?
I was just looking at him just to see how he reacts to me because the last few times it didn't go very well.
That's not really animal handling. You're just looking at him. That's not handling.
No,
the
but
creature.
no, you can make contact, and you can see what happens.
How are you making contact? with
Arm?
what?
Eye contact, and to see how he.
With your hand
response.
or anything? Because
No, with my eyes. Like you can make a gesture with your eyes
well,
to see.
anyways, he growls at you. And you throw it too. Do you expect that he's gonna lick your face because of that?
No, no.
You're lucky he's
I
not
mean,
biting your wiener off.
and I understand the hint. I understand the hint he gives me, and I walk around him, and I go put on some clothes, and then I come back to discuss today.
All right. So 10 minutes later, you are now fully dressed at the table. And you see that Elsa's coming back, and she's like, "Oh, so you do have clothes. So, please, what can it be for breakfast for the morning? At least I assume you would like to have breakfast.
Porridge.
Porridge. All right.
I'd like some sausages, please.
Didn't you have
Grilled
a sausage this morning already?"
No, I just
Giving a bit of a look to Cepheon.
I prefer the pork sausage grilled.
Ooh, that's a good choice. Pork, sausage, grilled, and lady.
Porridge.
Porridge, that's true. Sorry, I still have the image of this guy's naked ass in my... what can it be for you, Mr. Beard?
For me, the chef special, please.
Chef special. Anything to drink with that?
I want like a coffee, and I need my vitamins. Do you have like orange juice or something?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Tea.
Juice. Any tea? And, sir? Beer?
I'll have the coffee as well, please.
Oh, alright. We have some very special morning beer. But if you want coffee, that's fine.
Okay, I'll take the morning beer. That's okay.
Plus the coffee? Like it's how do I say it? It's like invention of Toblin. He likes to drink it in the morning. It's like a lot of beer and then he puts like a little espresso in it.
Go for it.
Alright, that sounds great. Good. Alright, I'll be right there. And she goes into the kitchen.
So, guys, what shall be the plan today? Are we gonna hit up the mines? Try to see the dwarves? Are we going to visit the midwife and warn her about the dragon? Or go to the rock gnomes in the other caves?
Well, you know what we should do? I will quickly run to the Town Master's Hall and gonna grab the map so we can plan a little bit. I'll be back in 10 minutes. And I run to the Town Master Hall to grab the map that's lying on the desk there.
So you go in.
Yeah.
You go into this to the Town Master Hall, and there is Halia Thornthorn nicely up in the morning, having a coffee on her desk, and she looks at you and she's like, "Oh, it's you. What can I do for you?"
Halia, we're here for the quests. So we're busy with planning them. So we need to borrow your map a bit. Can we borrow it, and I'll bring it back to you later, please?
Oh, but I have a square map for you. That you can have about. You already took the map of Phandalin. Your friend Deimus has that one, but I can also give you a map of the Sword Coast, and I can even point out for you the 3.
Locations. Thank you, because I wanted to ask. So if you can point them out for me, and then I'll take the map, and I'm very appreciated by that.
Yeah, of course, not a problem at all. There you go. So you have here Phandalin. You go a little bit to the south to the hills. It's like a 4 or 5 minute walk, and you come to the mill on the hill. You need to warn her that she needs to not be alone. And then if you go a little bit more, well, basically a day travel from Phandalin, then you have the dwarven excavation, which is more to the east. And if you go a bit more to the west, there you have Gnomengard, of course famous for the gnomes that live in these caves. So here, there you go. Take it to your friends and let me know how things are going. Okay?
Yes, thank you very much.
Ta-ta!
Ta-ta.
And while Cepheon is on the way, because of course a good friend Sildar is coming down the stairs, and he sees our friends, he waves at them, and he goes like, "Is this seat? Is this? Where's your friend Deimus? It's Cepheon. Sorry, I mix up the two a lot."
I just sat naked in that chair. Was he about to sit? I think.
Yeah. Hey Sildar, welcome back. Cepheon he was out grabbing a map, but he will be right back. He was sitting in that seat, but there's the other chair as well.
Can I sit? Okay, I'll sit in the other chair. That's great. Okay, right. All right. So, Sildar, the usual? Yes, please. I'll have the beer with the coffee from Topland. It's great. Yeah, Deimus has the same. You can definitely see you two have a great taste. And she goes back again. And Sildar joins the conversation while Cepheon, at this point, walks back in the inn and takes a seat.
Either try to shit on this stool. 1 second. I don't want this stool. I don't know why, but there's like a burnt spot on it. 1 second. I'm gonna take this chair and swap them, and then I'm gonna sit there.
Okay, do a strength check for me, please.
A strength check.
Yes, I'm not sure if you're strong enough to take your chair.
11. 13.
Yeah, that's fine. You are able to move this chair to the other table, and you get another table, and then it's the unlucky person who is gonna sit there in the future. So guys, says Sildar, what's the plan?
So, I spread out the map on the table. Looking at the map, I think we can pop, because I think I heard you wanted to go to the potion woman as well, so we go there first, and from there, I would like to go to the excavation site. But, yeah, I would love to hear your opinion about that.
The potion maker is on the way, so we can stop there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody agree, and then maybe after that we can travel through to Gnomengard, but who knows what will happen.
I completely agree. That's
Nice, then let's pack up our stuff and let's go.
All right, this looks like a great thing. I hope that we all that we have enough water and everything. There's only one concern on my mind, says Sildar. I still don't have any armor or weapon or anything.
Well, Sildar, I don't know if you're going with us with this, because I don't know if we're going to Crackmore Castle.
Well, yesterday evening you just woke me up in the middle of the night talking about this dwarven excavation that you found suspicious. It sounded like you wanted me to come with you to this place.
Well, I mean, you can come with us, but you need to be at least a little bit self-supporting. If you can, then you can better stay here and watch the
So
stuff
you don't
doesn't
have
get
anything
stolen.
for me?
I look at the other ones. Do you?
You don't have any weapon? Anything?
No, we sold all our weapons to Cepheon's girlfriend.
Well, guys, lady, he stands up, puts his hands on the table, looks at you, and he said, "You're on your own from here on out, if it goes like this. I wish you good luck, and don't ever wake me up again in my sleep. Thank you very much."
We'll come find you when we go to Crackmore. Bye bye.
And Sildar disappears up the stairs with a very disappointed and frustrated look. A bit like the same look that Cepheon had when he came down naked.
Right, shall we just leave and make the most of our day?
Yeah, wait, I need to speak to the innmaster first. I can leave in 10 minutes.
Do what you have to do. I'm going to behold the day.
My dear sir, it's good to see you in clothes. What can I do for you?
I want to settle the tab for now, and I want my pay a week in advance already. So how much will that be?
Well, in my opinion, you already paid for 7 days, no?
Oh yeah, that's true.
So for
Well,
that you're still good. But are
I'm
you
gonna pay
paying
for
for all the
last
breakfast
days.
for today?
I'm paying for my own breakfast.
Then could you maybe get the people outside and oh, the elf is coming back. That's good to see. That's good to see. Because otherwise, next time we'll ask payment before we serve you dinner. It's normally not what I do, but
Well, Dublin, I have always settled my bill correctly, and I always pay up
that's
front.
true.
So,
Even though you,
but I don't know about
I heard
the
stories about you about being very violent, so I give you the benefit of the doubt because to me you're actually always very friendly. And also,
I am a very friendly person, but I mean, some people just deserve justice. And I mean, I don't know about the elf and the warlock, but I always goodly pay. I mean, the warlock.
Are you gonna do anything about the dragon? Because the dragon worries me a lot. That was
yes.
a horrible experience.
That's why I want to pay up front. We're gonna go do something about the dragon now. So.
Oh, that's great news. That's great news because it was very scary yesterday. I really, really. I'm sorry.
Did you see how
I was too busy cleaning up my bar? Otherwise, I would help you with that dragon. You understand that, right?
Yeah, but did you see how I slashed his leg?
I was very busy with my bar cleaning up on the other, under the desk was very dirty. I had to clean it there, so I'm sorry I didn't.
Well, I mean, you had to see it. I mean, the elf and the warlock, they just ran out. They one disappeared and one ran away, and I just and of course poor Azareah, Verna. And me and her were the only ones who stood up against the dragon, and luckily they came to help.
Yeah, they have a bit of a memorial for the victims of yesterday. They have that tonight, but you're going to be able to.
No.
Oh.
No, I would love to be there, but unfortunately we have to kill the dragon for you.
You have more important things to do, I can imagine that. Is this something that you, because I'm going to speak at the memorial for Inverna today, is this something you would like me to say on your friend's account?
Just tell everybody that on her behalf, justice will be served to the dragon. I make that promise as an oath.
He looked at you, and that gives me great joy to hear that. All right, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. One more thing. In 2 days, my horse will arrive here at the inn by the guy that also sleeps here. And can you ask Pip to take care of it?
Of course, yeah. How do I recognize your horse?
Well, it's a war horse, and it will be arrived here at the inn. And I told the guy to fight me at the inn, so he will probably come to you. So if he comes looking for me with a horse, then you know that.
Oh, did you send Rutger?
Yes. Oh, yes, Rutger. That was his name. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, Rutger always likes to do these things. He travels between Phandalin and Neverwinter all the time. Anything you need to be done, anything you need to be taken to Neverwinter or back, just ask Rutger. R-O-T-G-E-R. Rutger.
Rutger, yeah, well, Rutger will be coming with my horse. Thank you so much.
That's great, that's wonderful. Alright, so, normally it takes like 2 silver pieces to do that, so I hope you didn't pay him too much for that then.
Wait, here is 50 silver pieces. That's be delivered to Rodney.
Oh, it's Rutger. If you call him Rodney, he will be very angry.
Okay. Okay, and then how much do I owe you for
the chef special, the coffee and the orange juice, is that right?
Yeah, and then another week of sleeping.
Oh, 7 days, so you're gonna waste 14 days. So, let's see. You have one of our mother's rooms, that's 5 silver pieces times 7.
No, it was 2. Excuse me, you promised me 2?
Really?
Yeah, really? No joking?
2 silver pieces for a modest room. Alright, we'll make it 15 silver pieces for the week.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that's great. And then your chef special, a coffee and orange juice. That will be 1 silver piece, please.
I pay and I give another silver piece as tip.
Oh, yo, with you, I'm gonna get my son to school, if there was any in this town. I'm famous for my humor over here. All right. So then we still have like pork sausage and that was grilled, plus the. Ooh, really? Did you have my beer, my morning beer?
I did. It was delicious.
Oh my god, you know, that one was then out of the house, but don't tell the other person that I give stuff for free.
All right.
Pork sausage grilled was gonna be 1 silver piece, please. Thank you very much.
All right. There you go. And I give you 2 silver pieces.
Oh my god. Pep, you better start buying books because you're going to school in Neverwinter.
I go to Pip.
Elf. Then we have porridge and a tea. That's, well, 1 silver piece as well.
Here.
You're not like your friends that you give something extra, or like... No? Alright.
I look at him cringely and I'm like, here, and I give him 3 silver pieces.
Oh. You may. Oh, you are now my favorite guest. Every time you will come in, I don't know, but I will think of something. Thank you so much. This is amazing. This is great news. I will take care of your warhorse. Safe travels, all of y'all.
Thank you. All right, guys, shall we?
Yeah, I give Pip 10 copper pieces, and I said, you, when that horse comes, you take good care of it, give it attention every day till I get back.
Oh, jolly, you're one of a kind.
And I also join them outside. Okay, and then we look at the map and we start walking towards the potion keeper's house, I think.
So, Sword Coast, you are leaving. So you leave the inn and you travel south. You take your map in your hand and you decide to go to the Umbrage Hill. And on the way you pass through a nice grassland and the sun is shining and the sun is setting, and in the distance, like far away in the distance, you hear a roar coming from this area over here. You hear a loud roar, but nothing to be worried about. You continue on further, and slowly this area starts to become a bit more like a hilly, if you know what I mean. Like it's becoming a bit more of a hill. The grass is fading a bit away, and then in the distance you start to see a mill on top of a hill, and this mill is standing still. I'm rhyming over here, it's not normal. So, Umbrage Hill, you managed to get there without much of a trouble. These 4 hours you've been actually... what have you been chatting about these 4 hours?
I have been doing lessons language with...
Oh, nice. And how is that going?
It's very frustrating.
What are you learning?
Basic words.
Which,
like hi.
Now, what I mean, which language are you learning from Azareah? Yeah, what language was it? Azareah, do you remember?
Of course I do.
What was it?
Tell him.
Yeah, in my opinion,
Elvish.
he chose for Elvish.
Yeah, I chose Elvish, right?
All
No,
right.
because what was the other option?
Infernal and Abyssal.
Yeah, but nobody speaks that, so then I chose Elvish. That's indeed off character was that, by the way. Okay, so we say basic words like hello and hi, and I learned it to her, but.
And how do you say hi in Elvish?
Arnoresh.
What?
Arnoresh.
Okay, you say that now. Hey, you're learning stuff, Cepheon, so try to repeat.
Anoresh.
Arnoresh.
Arnoresh.
Tarnoresh.
Harnoresh?
The T. Tarnoresh.
Tarnoresh.
Yes.
Tarnoresh. Tarnoresh. Tarnoresh.
Great.
Okay. I didn't know. I speak Elvish, but I didn't know that word yet. So thank you, Azareah.
Oh, you're all learning something. That was a great 5 hours of travel. But then, built on the slope of Umbrage Hill is an old stone windmill surrounded by an iron fence. A large winged monster with a spiky tail is trying to knock down the windmill's front door. A woman appears in a second floor window. She waves at you and she yells like, a little help!
Oh, guys, that doesn't look good. How shall we deal with this?
And
We get
he's
closer and we go more closer.
and
It's a hill, so it's difficult terrain, huh? So you're not moving that very fast, but...
and he starts charging towards the creature and climbs up. And he climbs over the fence.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
athletic check, no?
Yeah, I'm very athletic. I'll do an athletics check. Let me see how athletic I am.
Yeah, do it.
There's something added, I think a lot actually. 16, 20.
So yeah, you don't have much trouble in getting up.
I also do an athletic check.
So the woman is waving at you from all her power and can you help me? Help me! This creature just showed up and it's trying to enter the door and it's trying to eat me.
So, guys, are you going to persuade like the other your creepy monster fetish, or are we gonna attack it?
I also throw an athletic? Sorry.
Okay, go for it. The Manticore
It was 18.
didn't notice you yet. Because it's a Manticore. You see, it's an animal with a lion's head, with wings, and it has claws and like the shape of lion, but it has like the tail is incredibly long and spiky.
I run towards it, and since it didn't see me, I
Azareah was doing her athletics.
It was 18, so I climbed over.
Yeah, you did a great job. And Deimus, you also...
And then after Deimus is turn.
Gonna in the time they're climbing a fence, I'm just walking around.
Well, that's great. And what do you want to do further, Azareah?
I want to have a look at the creature, take out my notes, and see if I can recognize anything.
All right, but is Cepheon
First time
is quicker? So what is Cepheon doing with the creature?
Well, it didn't see me yet, so I tried to come a little bit closer, and I swing my sword and I slash off his left wing, because it's really one. It's clear that it's one big base. So, yeah.
Ha! With your great axe.
Great axe.
All right. Then throw against his armor.
Natural one.
So you come up. That's a natural one. That's bad news. So you run up behind him. He's boxing and everything, but he has a very long, spiky tail. And while you run into him with your weapon charged, and you want to get off his wing, he actually noticed you, and without much of care, without much of an effort, he smashes you with its tail away, and that does 7 piercing damage, and you fall backwards.
Okay. Then the rat has to roll for initiative, I think.
Well, actually, he's turning around. He looks at you like... Did you just think that you could, like, Attack me from behind, you moron! What do you think you're doing?
This creature speaks?
Of course I speak. I am a manticore, I can speak, you fool. Try that again and I will eat you alive.
Try that and I will slash my way out of your tummy until nothing's left.
So much big talk. Maybe the elf can be better talked to.
Let her try then. And I'll do a step back and to see what Azareah is gonna say.
Well, I quickly take out my notes and I'm trying to see if I know anything about this creature.
Do a history check.
19 plus 2. It's on history.
19 plus 2. So you take out your notes and you make a little of a sketch of what it looks like. And you actually know this creature. And it's a manticore. And from your history, you have already encountered one many years ago. And what you can remember from your encounter with a creature that of a manticore is that it's extremely powerful, extremely strong, but that it can be persuaded to leave if you give it what it needs. And that can be gold, or it can be a large amount of food.
A large amount of poo?
Food.
Food.
Food. Oh.
It's not that kind of So, what do you do with that information, Azareah?
Well, I have a lot of peaches, but I don't think
share
that's
it
what
with your group?
Yeah, I don't think. Oh, yeah.
Guess I'll walk a little bit closer by now.
Yeah. So I'm like, guys, I think we need to either feed this creature or we need to give it some gold.
Well, I like my gold. I'm happy to give some of my rations, even several days if needed.
Can I see it in my nose what kind of food it eats or so?
Yeah, go for it. Oh, no,
Yes,
because in your last encounter you actually tried to give it gold, but that was not enough. And then it decided to kill you and that hospitalized you.
Can we just maybe ask what it's looking for? I don't know. I'm not...
Meanwhile, it just turned like it creature that could not care less about you and is getting through this door again, trying to get through the door.
Manticore.
All right, stand back.
Listen to my friend Deimus, the Manticore killer. He has something to say to you.
Whoa.
Manticore killer? And he takes a leap forward. You
No,
defeat me.
No, great Manticore. Cepheon is such a joker. I was wondering, however, why are you here? What are you looking
You're
for?
fooling with me?
No, I'm not.
Will be
no.
the death of you all.
Azareah, help me out here. I'm watching, looking, corner of my eyes.
What's the name of the woman again?
It's Adarbrag Gwyn. And Cepheon, just for your information, you can, if you want to, you can get through here because it's big enough for you, but not big enough for the Manticore.
Okay.
So if you do, let's say an athletics check to see if you can maneuver yourself through here and get inside, I'll let that happen. That's not a problem.
19 total.
So yeah, you're able to enter the building behind the Manticore's back because I think that was your try.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
All right, so you're now in the house. Yes. Meanwhile, the Manticore is focused on Deimus and Azareah.
So, here, what are you looking for, great Manticore?
I want to do in the meantime soon done, so that happens at the same time that this happens, okay?
All right, yeah.
So then this continues.
Well, food. I want food, and this woman is having... Well, she looks delicious, let's be honest.
And I'm curious, she might also have some nice riches in this house.
Well, what if we... I have some food here. Look, and I take out my right pocket. Oh shit. No, this one is empty. Wait, I take out my backpack. I'm gonna search in my backpack for food.
So while he's distracting him, I
Actually,
also
to be
want
honest, that wolf looks like a very nicely tasty bite.
And I quickly take out. I start looking in my pocket, and I take out 10 gold pieces, and I lift my arm up and be like, "Look what I got."
Looks at you and
What is that? What is that? You got pocket money from your parents. Give me a wolf. Let me have a bite. Looks very tasty.
it licks its lips. Meanwhile, what's Cepheon doing?
So I run in.
Yes,
Uh,
they're in the mill. Adabra is on the second floor.
yes. So I run to Adeline and I said, what?
Adabra.
Adabra.
He's on the second floor, so you're there.
So I run to the second floor. I said, quickly, do you have some thallium or arsenic?
Hey?
Because you're poisoned.
What would you do that? What? Why? What would you do with that?
Just quickly, do you have it?
Of course I
Give
do
me
have
some.
that stuff.
Okay, I take the thallium and I. Where is the kitchen?
The kitchen is on the ground floor downstairs. That's what I
don't
use my
say
mail
it.
for.
I maybe open the kitchen. I get meat. I put the thallium inside the meat, all of it.
Hold on. Your big thing. Where did you get the meat from?
The kitchen.
You can't magically make meat appear.
Sorry, I open the fridge and I check what is in the fridge.
There you go. You get the hang of it. You just can't magically take stuff from somewhere and do an investigation check in the. Well, not that they in this town have a fridge.
Yeah.
14.
So 14. Yeah, there is no fridge in this mill.
What food is there in the mill?
She had her lacerations of bread. There is a flask of wine. There is some berries, and there is some hanging herbs all around.
So I got the berries. I got 3 of my rations. Because it's rations, I assume it's also dry meat and stuff. And I put
I'll allow it.
all of the thallium in it, and I run outside and I
Can
say
you
to the
tell
man,
me what thallium does?
Thallium is a tasteless, odorless, and water-soluble chemical element that's used by intoxication and usually for criminal poisoning.
And what is the
so-
effect if it might eat? Is it going to be poisoned? Is it going to be dead? Is it going to be unconscious? What's going to happen?
Thallium has an extremely high toxicity. It's one of the most deadly
it's deadly.
potions. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but it's like I said, it's tasteless, it's odorless, and it's very highly toxic.
All right.
It's the Russians.
Great.
It's
So you're
the
downstairs
Russian-
again. Yeah, other
Yeah, and I,
went with you because she would like to see this.
And I throw the food outside, and I said, "Here is your food, and now leave us alone." And I stand back.
So that's 3 rations and some berries.
And wine. I put the wine in a
You
cup.
give wine to a manticore. So the
But then
manticore,
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do? That
No, I remember
Azarea?
I have 3 pieces of meat. So I take
You
them
did?
out of my... Yeah, I take it out of my pocket and then throw it to where the rest is.
The Manticore was facing Azareah, had his mind focused on the wolf, and then sees Cepheon coming out of that hole, climbing, is confused, looks down, and first wants to complain that it's not enough and that it's like bullshit food. But then Azareah throws this meat on top of it. He looks back at Azareah and says, "So am I just supposed to eat this here?"
Whatever you want.
Who says you didn't do anything with this food?
Try for yourself.
Well, how could he have? There was such a short time. He just went to look for food for you, obviously.
He says, "You're killing somebody here. Are you mental? Why would somebody do something to this food?" And I persuade him.
Exactly, that's my point. But is anybody helping him persuade?
Yes, I'm helping
Yeah, I
you.
also have.
So,
It's not necessary, people. It's not necessary. I throw a natural 20.
oh, that's rare with you, so I'm very happy about that. And then he's like, "Oh, I'm very hungry, anyways." And he jumps on the food, and he is ripping the meat apart. And he's like, "Oh, this is some good meat that you gave me." He spits out the berries. I don't like berries. Meat is all that I can care of, and with all his enthusiasm, while he's eating this food, he also just takes all the rations and everything and just eats it up. And then he's like, "Oh, this is the great food I've." It's not that much. So I'm still gonna kill your ass. And he just gets up, he goes to Cepheon, but while he tries to put out his claw to Cepheon, he just completely slams to the ground. And you hear him breathe, and it's, "What? What do you do? Oh, this fun." His eyes roll to the back. And, well, very creative. You killed the Manticore.
Very well done, Cepheon. I'm impressed.
Adabra sees it happening, and she's like, "Oh my God! Why didn't I think of something like that? You are such a smart man. Please, come in to my noble, my small house. Please, come in."
And
She
as I
opens
walk,
the door, you can all fit in. Is your wall friendly?
Oh, he is.
You sure?
100%.
Oh,
Alright, then the wolf can also come in. I'm very animal friendly, but it cannot touch my herbs, it might kill him. Alright, so, you killed the Manticore, you looted some teeth and some spikes, and now you head in the mill where you're gonna have a talk with Adabra, because she invited you in. And she says, "Thank you so much. This is my little shop over here. I make potions. I'm not that crafty in potions. I don't make a lot of money in potions. My specialty at the moment, I'm very good at, is potions of healing, which normally are 50 gold pieces each. But because you saved me, I will give everyone 1 potion of healing."
well, thank you very much. Well, hereby, Adabra, we're here to save you twice. Yeah, we just saved you from the Manticore, thanks to Cepheon. But we were also sent by the townmaster of Phandalin to warn you about the white dragon who is on the loose.
There's a white dragon on the loose?
Yes.
Oh my god, but why do you have to come to tell me about that?
Well, the White Dragon has landed in Phandalin, and the Townmaster requested that you travel back to Phandalin for safety.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for letting me know. But tell the Townmaster that I'm fine, I'm safe, and I'm gonna stay here. And I'm gonna lock all the doors and everything. I'm not scared. I'm gonna stay here because I need to keep creating my potions to be able to make sure that everybody who is in need, I can make sure that they are being healed by my potions. It's now even more important for me to keep making my potions.
Adabra, I think that's completely right. So that's, I think, why I need to move to the town. Because, I mean, it's a dragon who breathes fire. And you're way too isolated here. And in the town, there's actually an old lumber mill, which recently became vacant. Where you can actually set up shop.
Excuse me?
Yes.
A mill? I've never seen a mill in Phandalin.
The wood mill, the woodworkers' cabin, sorry.
But that's
the woodworkers' cabin. Yeah, and Verna is the first victim of the dragon. She's been eaten by the dragon. So I try to persuade you really now to 14 plus.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna add one on top of that, which will probably convince you even more.
19.
If you travel to the abandoned manor, the ruined manor, and you go to the basement, the red brands are all gone. You find the wizard's potion shop, and you can take all the herbs and ingredients and potion recipes that you can find there.
But first, Adabra, can we first do some little, I buy some potions, and of course with this information, I think there's clues about an invisibility potion there, Glassstaff was working on, so I think we should get a little bit of a discount when we, because we're gonna fight the dragon, so you can get back home.
So, just to be sure, people who in advantage ask for discount, they're not gonna get discount.
No, I'm asking for support.
Willing to pay full price.
I don't like to have the fact for someone in advance. Is that normal where you come from? Asking in advance for a discount?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm not very... You can do a persuasion check to see if you can get a discount.
10 plus 5, 15. 15.
Nope. I'm sorry, but you're not gonna get a discount on any of my potions. It's hard work. Like, do you know how much work it costs for me to make a potion?
Okay, how much do they cost?
Depends on what you prefer. Like, my potions of healing are 50 gold pieces.
And greater healing?
150 gold pieces. That's a very uncommon potion, and it takes me a lot of time to make these kind of potions. So, if you want superior healing, that's possible. I can give you a discount on that one. That's 400 gold pieces. If you want to have a bit more speed, I have tried and experimented a bit. It's very rare. Like, I cannot tell you how rare this little potion is. And it's a potion of speed. It's 400 gold pieces.
Adara, it is, right? Adara, can I ask you one question?
Oh, of course, please.
Just an idea, how much, if you were holding potions of invisibility, how much would you sell them for?
A potion of invisibility? I never in my life have been able to make a potion like this. Do you know how rare a potion of invisibility is? I've never even seen anyone achieving to create a potion like this. I think a potion like this could easily be worth
like, let's say 500 gold pieces.
All right. And so I hold out my hand. I show her my potion of invisibility. This I also.
Have a
Yes.
potion of invisibility.
I took this from the mage's laboratory I told you about. I'm gonna keep this one.
Can I have just a little bit of a sniff to see what ingredients?
Sure, I trust you. Sure, and I take out the cork and allow her to sniff.
Okay. A bit.
And then
Smells
I take
very nasty, but that's a very rare kind of thing that you have there.
And I have something I have here in my other hand. I'm grabbing the bag. Here are the notes of the mage who was brewing them. It's almost ready to go recipe to brew them. I'd actually like to have the potion of speed and 2 healing potions for the notes.
Which means that I will be able to make potion of invisibility.
Exactamento.
Deimus, that's way too little. Only that? That's worth so much more.
Yeah.
Don't listen to the guy with the beard. What is up with this guy? He wants discounts, and now he's like didn't the Manticore need to eat you or something? I don't know what is up with you.
I'm in a good mood. And again, if we're gonna need potions of invisibility and you go back to Phandalin, make shop there, we know where to find you, and then you can make them for us.
So 2 potions of healing and a potion of speed for the potion of invisibility and the scroll. Is that what you said?
No, just a scroll.
Well, still, that's very nice, because then I can create potion of visibility, sell them for a lot of money, I can get rich, I can actually...
That's a good deal, right?
It kinda is. I just need to talk to Harb Investor, the town master, to see if I can get...
Arben is dead. Sorry, I didn't tell you that either.
Harben is there anybody still alive in the town?
A few. Tobin is still alive.
And Helia Horn. Helia?
The bitch from the Miners Exchange.
And Cepheon's girlfriend.
Did she finally manage to become town master?
Yes, she did.
Oh wow. That's very interesting. Well, I'll talk to Halia then to see if I can get the woodworkers thing and get the stuff from, and then I'll set up shop in Phandalin, because that sounds like a better thing. Even though I'm very cherished about this mill. You know what? This potion of speed that I'm about to give you, if you drink it, you will have for 1 minute the effect of the haste spell. And it's almost as rare as that invisibility potion that you have. So together with that, you have something very rare that not a lot of people in this world will have combined. So I'll take that scroll for the invisibility, and I will give you 2 potions of healing and the potion of speed.
Yes, I shake out, point out my hand, and I want to shake her hand on it.
Oh, I'll gladly shake your hand, sir. You brought me wealth and riches with this little scroll over here. Who was able to come up with this?
Deimus, nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you as well. Very nice to meet you.
And I'll take the potion of speed, and I'll give Cepheon and Azareah both the potion of healing.
Thank you.
And I immediately drink it.
What?
But
Cepheon,
just a reminder, you also got a potion of healing from the woman itself.
Yeah, that's why.
Great stuff.
But is it like the greater? Because I can't find just a simple healing one. It's either greater or supreme and that kind of
No,
stuff.
it's potion of healing.
Huh.
It's a very common potion. It's
the black one.
you regain 2d4 plus 2 HP when you drink this.
Oh, actually, I've already had one. Which I found.
And we have a cleric, and we can rest. Cepheon, next time, save the potions for combat. If just some
Especially
advice.
now that it's in the afternoon, you spent quite some time over here and traveling. If you're gonna travel further, you're definitely gonna have to spend the night somewhere.
But I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, you drank it already, so what's done is done. I'm not gonna reverse that for you.
2d4 plus 2. One second. I go outside and I take my great axe and I cut off the head.
As a trophy, I guess.
Yes.
All right. So if a manticore wing is 30 pounds, are you also still carrying the head of the buckbear?
No, that's in my room.
Then a wing is 30 pounds, so I'll say that this head is about 20.
Okay, but I thought it was heavier, so I was gonna say that Adabra should deliver that in for me.
Alright. Persuade her to do so.
Yeah.
Because she has a lot of stuff already to do.
Yeah, well, first I'm gonna cut off the head.
Alright, go cut off the head. Use your strength for that.
17 plus 2, 19.
Alright, so you were able to cut off the head of the manticore with your dagger, and you take it inside.
Great axe. I use my great axe.
You use your great axe, of course. So you chopped off the head of the manticore. You take it by the hairs, the manes actually, if that's the English word for what the lion has on its head. And you take it inside, and then Adabra comes to you. It's dripping blood. Can you just please take that outside?
Yes, but you need to do one thing for me, since we helped you and everything. You need to deliver this at the. Just give it to Tobin and say it's Cepheon's, and ask him to put it in my room.
Oh, it's gonna be. I'm gonna get a cart and some horses to take all my stuff into Phandalin. I will make sure that the head gets there. Yes, of course, not a problem.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course, not a problem. That will be 20 silver pieces.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice. That's easy made money. Thank you.
All right.
Wait, I only have a gold piece, so you need to give me some change.
All right, your 60 silver pieces back.
It's 100. Huh? Is that correct? Are you now bullshitting me, or?
Yes, I'm sorry. My mistake. Here's 80 back.
Okay, thank you.
Normally this works with other visitors, but with you it doesn't. Well, good for you. Now, chop, out of my store, and I'm gonna pack up and probably see you in Phandalin.
All right. But I'm gonna just. Do you have some water? Can I take some? It's on the day. Shall we go, guys?
Yeah.
I still need to add my potion of invisibility before I forget. Because I got that from the mage.
You got that indeed, yes.
Onwards to the dwarf miners.
Yeah, I say we keep on walking till it gets dark, and then we set up camp.
Yep.
So you head more south from Umbrage Hill, and you leave the hills and try to get more of a shortcut. So Umbrage Hill, right over here, and instead of going down to the mountains and cross the mountains, you decide to cross the grasslands and go to the dwarven excavation. At least that's what I think that you would be doing,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I really didn't hear that out loud. So you head more west. Well done.
Do we find any streams or small rivers or streams on the way?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay, okay.
But at the moment that the
I drink
sun
something
is
while we're
setting-
walking. Is that possible?
Yeah, of course. You're
Me too.
traveling. If there's something when you want to drink while you travel, you're hours on the way because it takes 4 to 5 hours. So this walk from Umbrage Hill to the dwarven excavation is definitely gonna be about 19 hours. Which means the sun sets and it gets dark, and at the moment that you find in the grasslands a bit of trees for shade, and there indeed you also find a little pond, which feels nice to set up camp, and that's exactly what you do.
So I eat.
Everybody can carry. All right, so we have the camp set up. It's nice and dark. You have a fire going, and you see indeed there's a tiny bit of water. There's a little pond there. There's some trees. You're nice in the shade. There's not much. It doesn't feel like there's much of a danger here. And so tell me what do you do while you're sitting at the fire and looking over the day that has passed?
I drink out my water skin, and I eat 2 peaches, and then I walk down to the pond to refill my water skin.
Definitely also having using one rations, drinking. I also want to fill up, but I want to check the water if that's okay. If it's safe to drink, if it's a pond, not a streaming body of water.
Smart. Do a survival check.
Oh, natural one.
Natural 1. So you head over to the pond and you look a bit around, and you see Azareah getting the water, and it's very clear for Azareah, and she takes a bit of a sip and nothing going on, so you're like, yeah, fine. So you also put in your water skin, and what you don't notice is that you take a lot of dirt with it inside.
Yeah, that's okay.
And you have no idea that you just have the most muddiest water in your water skin.
And I'm walking back to the camp.
Exactly. You have no idea.
Nice. Okay.
So Cepheon takes off his clothes and he goes to the creek and wash himself after 6 days. So that it's smelling himself a bit.
Alright. Anybody else? What is the rest doing? Well, Cepheon feels the need to wash himself in the creek.
It's getting like really nighttime, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's like 10 o'clock in the evening, about that. 10, 11, 10:30.
So I just got drink some water and maybe take a fish from the pond. If you can find one.
What are you doing?
I had Guat next to me, but that was not really clear. I wanted
He's
him
drinking...
to, yeah, and then to see if he can find a fish for himself that he can eat or something.
Can Guat do an investigation check?
Yeah. 11.
Yeah. he was able to find. What was he looking for?
Catch a fish.
Catch a fish with 11.
Oh.
Nah, then he needs to search a bit longer. He can do another roll if you like.
13.
13. Still?
More fishy. One more.
Well, there. So let me paint the picture. There's a guy naked, washing himself, and next to him is Guat.
Yeah.
Cepheon, I don't think that you're ready with washing yet, don't you?
I was done.
You were done already.
I saw the dog and I fucking quickly walked myself and ran away.
I think you're not that quick. It doesn't take you 5 minutes to wash yourself. You need to take off clothes.
If I see the dog, it takes me 2 minutes. Because I see he looked at my sausage earlier.
Alright, can you do a perception check for me then?
B or
19
Okay.
plus 3. Deception? Of perception?
Perception, please.
18 then.
18. Can you do a dexterity check for me as well then?
8. 7.
7. Because with your perception you were able to spot the constrictor snake that was luring in the water for you over there.
Well, in the water, of course.
Yeah, in the water. The snake it's a water snake. It's a constrictor snake that is in the water. It lives in water. And it is large. And it has its eyes set on you. With your naked ass in the water. Because you were washing yourself in the water, right?
At the water and with the water. So I was
But
at
with your
the shore.
perception you saw it.
Yeah.
And it did a bite for you. But unfortunately your dexterity was not high enough. So the snake bites you for 5 damage. Piercing damage.
Okay. Well, then I quickly strangle it while it bites me, and while it's biting me, I take it by the neck and I strangle it. Can I do what can I do to do that?
Yeah, throw D20 then to see if you are able to. Because then it bites you, then you grab it. But let's see if you are able to grab this slimy ass. So,
Yeah, what is it? Because it's a roll 16. But what is it?
It's a constrictor snake. Why would
No,
you?
but what kind of ability I'm rolling?
Oh, you throw against its armor class.
Oh, 16.
Yeah. So that hits. And then what would you like to do with it?
I just, while it bites me, because I was percepted, maybe reflex is not fast enough to go away, but then I grab it,
You weren't. Yeah, no, that's true.
the neck, and I lift it up, and I pull it out of my shoulder while it's choking, and I'm gonna eat you, motherfucker. And I walk back on shore while the thing is lying on my back.
Yeah, but it's still alive. You didn't kill it.
No, but I can still hold it over my
but
back.
hey, you throw harder than its armor class, so you are grabbing it and it's fighting against it and it's tangling around and everything. But you're having it. Okay, so where are you going with the constrictor snake?
I'm still choking it behind this keels while I put my hands in his keels.
Okay.
And I start walking towards the shore while I look how it's slowly suffering and dying. And I say, this is for my goddess.
All right. And where are you going? I'll take I'll have the snake. Don't
just
worry.
walk here and I just wait till it dies while I keep looking at it.
So you are trying to strangle the snake.
Yeah, basically. But my hands are in his keels, so.
Can you do a strength check for me?
9.
Alright, I throw 8, so you manage. You're stronger than the constrictor snake, so it suffers a lot, which is apparently something that your goddess would like. So at that point, you suffocate it, and it suffers, and it is dead.
And while I put it on my back, I walk up here. How long is it? I was thinking 2 meters, no?
Jesus, yeah, let's say 2 meters. It's a large beast, so I'll say it's 2 meters for sure.
So I throw it on the ground in front of Deimus and Azareah.
I was watching in and I was already stepping back.
I said, fuck. He bit me, so I'm a bit hurt. But I think I got myself some breakfast for tomorrow. So if we hang it above the fire, chop it up, and we smoke it, and we cut off the head, and we give the head to the dog, but let me give it. Maybe he like me better a little bit tomorrow. And then we have some food, and then we share it into portions.
Question: if he has now wounds, does that heal by tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
Should,
Yeah, then he did a long rest. This is just your campsite, and then you do a long rest, you sleep, and then it heals, yeah.
No, because otherwise I can heal it, but that it's just like...
No, I just like campsites to be a bit more than, okay, you heal, you sleep, blah, you know?
Yeah, sure.
Shit can happen. You go wash yourself naked in a pond, there's a big chance there's a fucking snake out there. Or anything else.
Deimus, can you get some wood so we can make a contraption to smoke all of the bees, and then I'll chop it up in the meantime?
Sure, I'll find you some. I have already had my rations though, but
Oh, that's for tomorrow. Then we have some extra smoked fish.
Sure, I'll find some wood. Yeah.
That's long holdable, and I chop up the snake into 4 pieces, and then I wait. And if he gets me the wood, I spear it, and I'll dim the fire a little bit. And make a construction so it keeps on, but it keeps on smoking. You can do that if you use the rocks and put the coal a little bit underneath it, and then basically smoke it. And I give the head. I walk to this way and I set the head. So your wolf didn't find a lot of fish, so here, and I throw the head. And it says here he has something to eat. Because he needs to be, of course, well fed.
The head poisonous?
No, it's just a normal fish head. So that's not poisonous. At least Dan is poisonous.
I don't know. You need to investigate or do a survival check for that.
And I do it while I'm looking at it.
Alright, then do an investigation check. 14. No, the head is not poisonous. But with 14 you look at it and actually you notice that normally the skin of this snake can be used in the future to make boots or belts or any kind of stuff. And it will expire in 10 days.
That I just throw it to God.
And God loves it. It's better than the fish.
and I spice the fish on the wood, and I make 2 tripods, and I hang the meat directly above the smoke, so the smoke goes into the meat. So tomorrow, after all this hours, we have smoked meat. I make sure that there's enough wood, that the fire keeps burning, and it keeps on smoking. So tomorrow we have smoked fish.
Well, snake, but still very tasty.
And long holdable because it's smoked. That was my...
Very well, very well. Alright, so what's next?
Sleeping. I'm gonna sleep. I say, it was a better day, so we got along a little bit better together. So thanks for that. And good night.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
So while the fire is still going on and the snake is nicely being smoked, thanks to Cepheon, everybody feels that after all the adventures you've been through for now, and sleeping in a camp like this, you feel that slowly one another is getting a bit attached to each other, and there's slowly a bond growing, but also you're very aware that there's still a lot to be done. And with that, everybody slowly falls asleep, and it's deep in the night, and you find a nice peaceful area, because nobody is harming you during the night. Nobody is popping up. And hours later, around 8 o'clock in the morning, everybody has such a great rest. It is actually Azareah who wakes up the first. What do you do?
I go with Gwat to the pond. And I wash my face and drink some water.
Hopefully that there's not another constrictor out there.
Well, if yes, then we'll solve it. Somehow.
No, there's not. Alright. And then Deimus and Cepheon wake up.
Alright. Nice morning. Clear sky. Good morning, guys. How is the snake going?
No. It smells perfect. Let me see. Oh my god, this is very good. And he takes off the snake, and it's he made 4 yesterday. He made 4 big pieces, but of half a meter, and he all chops them up now into smaller portions. So it's more holdable and edible. So he makes out of half of the big ones, he makes like 10 smaller ones, and he gives Azareah 20, and I said that's for you, and for Gwat, and he gives 10 to Deimus, and so there's a lot of protein, very healthy. So these are for you, and he also takes 10 for himself.
Thank you. And I'm carefully watching.
And while he sees Deimus, he's like, you need a shower because after you stink.
Oh, is it really?
Well, I see Gwat going a bit closer and then sniffing with his nose, and then he peeks
Oh,
back.
that tickles. That's. All right. I might actually go have a shower. I think a shower, a bath. Could have a bath, maybe. Maybe after the next adventure. It could help to fend off other creatures.
Or attract them.
Or attract them. We'll find out.
Good one, Azareah.
No? Okay.
And I'm not packing up my camp.
Yep, also just gonna pack up, take my bedroll, pack everything up, and ready to leave.
And Azareah?
But I also get myself together and ready to leave.
And of course, at first I go to the creek and fill up my beaker, and yeah, of course, eat some.
Your
eat
beaker?
a little bit of fish. And one of my flasks that I used.
Yeah, that's great. You have a flask or you have a water skin?
Yeah, water skin. Sorry.
That's great. So you are ready to head out further for the next couple of hours to head to the dwarven excavation, where you didn't take Silder with you, which is yeah, not sure if that's very bad or not. Anyways, you arrive at the mountains, which are, as you can see, the Sword Mountains. It's the mountain range that lies south of Phandalin, which you've also heard that that's where Cryovane, the large dragon, came from. And there is no dragon here. Instead of that, if you head more to the coast, that's where you will hear a very loud roar in the distance coming from the shore. But instead of that, it all looks very nice and peaceful, and you get closer to the mountains, and you head a bit more into the mountain range. And there you get a bit into a canyon that has arisen outside. I will put you there. Oop. Shoot. There we go. And of course, your best friend Quad. Cepheon. Deimus. And
Azareah. I mean, he's your wolf companion, Guad. He is a wolf, so must have high sentences. Can we stand him a little bit in front of us to make sure that we're not surprised by any goblins, because he should get their smell?
Well, yeah.
Right, so these canyon's rocky walls rise to a height of 80 feet. And at the end of the canyon, a 20-foot high wall of black stone has a broken gate carved into it, with one stone door hanging precariously by a hinge, and the other door is missing. And beyond this open gate, in the shadow of a great mountain to the east, lies a ruined settlement. And all is very quiet.
Spooky.
Let's okay, call you wolf back, because we don't want. Yeah, this is a door. Let me go in first. Let's use the stealth.
I'm willing to check stealthily around the corner, see if I can see anything before you.
Alright, do an investigation check.
And stealth off.
Are you going in?
No, just peeking around.
Yeah, so you can just do a bit of an investigation check.
That's 13.
So you pick a bit around the corner, and if I may say, just help you a bit out, right like here, because otherwise you look straight into the door that is open a bit. You're now at the point where there is no door, and you pick around the corners carefully, and you see a big space which is open, and it looked like there used to be a very old ruined settlement. Everything is in ruins, but there's nothing that you can see that could be of any danger or that there's lurking around. It feels and sees that that you can just go in and
I just walk in.
Yeah.
So Cepheon
Okay.
enters. And you see all kind of ruins everywhere, and it feels and looks like there used to be a settlement here for a very, very long time ago. There is a stone well on the far side of the ruins, but that is filled with rubble.
I investigate if I can see still anything of value left in the
Alright,
in this
do an
one.
investigation check.
13 total.
13 total. And where are you doing this investigation check?
Here, this one.
That's a very wide area.
Yeah, this
Alright.
building.
So, basically what you find there is actually a few crushed dwarven bones. And you find a sign of a recent campfire,
Okay.
but nothing of value. It
Okay.
feels like you're not the first one here that is here for treasure.
You investigate the other ruins because there's a fresh campfire here, so maybe there's something more we can find. Everybody goes to one place then.
All right. I'm also here. I'm gonna investigate for recent activities.
And something here. Or something of value also?
Natural 20.
Also something of value or just activities?
Natural 20. You find also crushed dwarven bones and no recent campfire, but you find dwarven footprints all around in this area, and that all the bones are crushed makes you notice and feel that doom has been brought upon this settlement by something.
Okay, guys. Honestly, I think we're not gonna find anything of value here. This is a very old settlement. There's been plenty. If anything was here, the dwarves would have found it. But they're clearly around, so I suggest we just move further.
And don't you forget what?
I don't hear you, Azareah.
No, me neither.
I said that it's better that. I thought it's better to command him to stay outside, but maybe it's better to come with, that he comes with us.
It's all up to you, huh? You're the master of Gwat.
Yeah, that I have taken with me.
I think in some places, in places like this, it might be easier to take them with you, because outside might be other terrors.
Yeah.
Okay, then I venture forth and I walk into the next room.
I'm following Cepheon.
Alright, so you come into an area where you have 3 piles of rubble, and it's a partially collapsed 10-foot high wall separates this courtyard from the settlement west of it. 3 heaps of rubble are piled high in this area. Hewn upon the canyon's back wall, a 30-foot high temple facade features steps rising to a stone platform. So that's this here. This is a stone platform. Cut into this facade is a 10-foot high open doorway flanked by crumbling, life-sized granite statues of cloaked dwarves. Evil grins can be seen on their weather-worn faces. And behind this rubble, you actually find 2 dwarves that are having a nice breakfast. Well, you traveled a long way. They're actually having their lunch right now.
Nice. All right.
And
Put me back, please. I can't see myself anymore.
oh yeah, oh, there you go. So you notice them and they notice you and they're like, oh god, how am I gonna roleplay this? Oh, look at this! It's, people, what are you doing here? Get away from here! This is our excavation! Don't talk rubbish! What is going on? You should not be here! Who are you?
Well, noble dwarfs, we're actually here we're actually sent for you by the town master of Phandalin to warn you about the white dragon that is loose.
You've been sent? You've been sent by Harbin Vesta?
Yes, by Helia Thornton.
Helia! That's the one that we always do business with as dwarven prospectors. That's great.
No.
Well, excuse me for me, but my friend only speaks Dwarvish. And he looks at...
What is he saying?
He says he doesn't like you one bit and you smell.
Excuse me, my dear bearded friend.
Hello.
Beautiful beard, by the way.
Compliments to you, beard, as well. Traveler.
Thank you. But may I ask for your name? Because
Well,
maybe I
course.
think I have dire news for you.
My name is Deslin. And this here, which is my grumpy friend, and that's Norbus. And together...
I actually meant your last name.
My last name? My last name is... It's Steelhead.
Then I'm so happy to hear that, because I heard that Gandr and Gundo had two brothers who went for an excavation site, and for a second I thought that was you two. So
It doesn't ring a bell. It doesn't ring a bell. We stumbled upon this ruins here, and we actually ventured in, but it's pitch black. And there are some creatures in there. They caught us off guard, and we couldn't manage to defeat them. So, can we ask you to go in and defeat these creatures? We can give you something in return for it. For example, we have these sending stones that I would like to offer to you.
What?
Sending stones.
I've never heard of those. What are they?
You never heard of sending stones?
No.
Like
I'm
very
not as
famous. It's like you have two stones who are identical to each other, and if you have one stone in the other, and then you give the other stone to another person, then you can use it to use the sending spell with it.
Well, if you can...
Does the sending spell get something to you?
Yes.
I know it.
So you can actually use the sending spell with these sending stones. You have one, and you give one to the other, and then you can basically keep communicating with each other in messages.
And you make those, my dear friend.
No, we don't. But this is always how we communicate with each other if we lose each other. But if you are able to manage to go inside this ruin, clear out the creatures that are in here. I'm not sure if... Well, they're ogre jellies. And if you're able to clear them out in the next room, then I will be happy to give you these sending stones.
Well,
Over jellies?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anything you can tell us about those creatures? How to best deal with them? Is there anything you already know about them?
Well, I should avoid slashing damage, because it's a jelly. If you slash it, it will double. So the more you slash, the more of them will become.
That's good to know. Thank you.
Well, I learned it the hard way, unfortunately. Shut up for a minute, will you? I'm talking with these people over here. Alright. Yeah? No, he didn't say anything worthwhile. He just said that these ogre jellies are son of bitches.
Well, I'm up for it. How about you guys? Cepheon, Azareah?
Do you have any light source? Because it's pitch black in these ruins.
Well, we can see in the dark, all of us, but...
Oh well, that should be fine then.
All right.
Well, you don't sound that confident.
Yeah, well, I'm confident. I'm ready to go. But again,
what are you
Cepheon,
doing here, anyways?
well, we're here for you.
You're in
Mostly.
front.
Yeah.
Is it because
We
the
can't
guy
provide
that
you for
said
the
that his
dragon.
brother is looking for 2 other dwarves that is not us, but then you were not going here because you thought this was a cave of somewhere else, but it wasn't?
Oh, excuse me. There's a white dragon on the loose, so that's where we need to warn you about.
There's a white dragon on the loose? That you got to be kidding me.
Nope, unfortunately not. But don't worry, we will bring it to justice. But first we're gonna research these ruins.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
One more. Yeah, go.
You
Sorry.
warned us right now, so that's good. If you want to go up in these ruins, that's all up to you then.
Well, 2 things. We'll clear the whole ruins for you. And after we're done with it, you can have everything what's left. But
oh no, it's just the area out here. There's just one big room. So I'm not sure how much work it's gonna be.
Okay. Well, then we're gonna clear out the room. We're gonna do our work, and I just equip my lance and I take a step in because I have a lot of reach.
How far reach does your lance have?
10 feet.
Great. That's 2 blocks. Okay. Tell me, what's going on? What's gonna happen?
I step in.
Azareah, are you coming with us as well?
I am, yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
Good. So, after this part, it is pitch black. You only can see with your dark vision, but with your dark vision, you can actually see this hallway. There is like a semi-secret kind of door to the left that is already open, but it's completely filled with rubble. What do you do?
I step into the room, the other room. Or is there no other room?
I
Which
can.
other room? What do you?
Yeah, go.
I thought-
You venture
sorry,
forward, right? Because you see 2 big doors that are open, 2 other big doors that are open, and then you enter into a large, what looks like a temple with 4 pillars, and there's an altar. Right over here, you see an altar. Once again, it's pitch black. It's not that very high of a ceiling, and it all sounds very quiet. And it feels like that there is nothing really much going on in this room.
Can I, just to be sure, old places like this, can I sense if there's any ancient magic at work also to be careful for at some distance?
And how would you like to do that?
Arcana?
All right, go for it. And what are you going to expect with your Arcana? The whole room?
I'm gonna sense if there's any magic nearby.
All right, go for it.
And I did roll a natural 20 again.
All right. Well, even with your natural 20, you sense that there's nothing magical about this place.
Okay, that's good. That's safe.
Yep.
For partly. Yep.
Anything else?
I would just like to do a perception check just to see if I find anything or see anything.
All right, go for it.
It's 7.
7 perception check. Basically what you notice is an altar, as I already said, straight in front of you. And it's just an ordinary temple. With a 7, just an ordinary temple. Nothing going on. You actually start questioning why these dwarves were here in the first place.
I'm gonna stand in the middle and I'm gonna cast Divine Sense.
And what does that do?
for 60 feet of me. I know celestial finds or undead, but that's not very interesting. But within a temple, I'm actually curious. Within the same radius, you also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, or like as we did, for instance, the Hallow spell. So, yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me.
To see if there's any objects that are like wholly consecrated or desecrated in this whole area of places.
You can basically detect anything holy or unholy within 60 feet.
Alright. Well,
To all sides, yeah.
give
So also maybe
me
that could be
1 second, please.
Because let me see. 60 feet, that's like way over here and then like all the way around, so that would also be behind the...
Yeah, so like the whole area temple you would like to know more about, or see if there's something.
Yeah, but like if it's 60 feet, then it's also like in the places that I cannot see yet, but I can sense something, you know?
Sense something like, what are you looking for? Sorry, just help me out a bit here.
Anything that's holy or unholy.
Yeah, an item or a being.
Alright, and do you
And
need
the
to throw
temple?
something for that, or...
Yeah, well, I use a cast as a cast to find sense, and I don't have to throw anything for that.
Alright, so I'm just gonna tell you what I think that should be something that I should tell you that has something to do with this spell. What you notice is that this is an old temple of Abator. And Abator is an evil dwarven god of greed. And you actually feel that not much, but like a couple of feet outside of this room, further than you can see, there is actually something that could be worthwhile, and that has something to do with a holy symbol of Avatar.
Which way the feeling comes from?
Let me have a look. The feeling comes from... Oh shit, I'm doing the wrong thing. The feeling comes from... there.
No, I can't see that yet.
You see it? So this area. So there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Like that. Pointing it out.
Okay.
So in that area, you feel like, hey, there is a symbol of Avatar that definitely could be worthwhile.
Okay.
So, Cepheon, are you sensing anything?
Yeah, maybe, but it's not in this room, so we have to look a little bit further.
So that has to be a doorway.
I can sense it's evil, and I can sense an unholy object. I'm very interested in what it is, and I can feel that it's behind this wall, and I start to investigate if I can feel anything of a hidden something.
So Cepheon walks closer to the altar and is touching the wall to find something. And then at one point, he slowly gets the urge that he is not alone. And from the ceiling drops an ogre jelly that surprises Cepheon. And an ogre jelly is not very intelligent, and it only attacks. So roll for initiative, and the ogre jelly has surprise.
9.
So the ogre jelly drops from the ceiling as a surprise on Cepheon, and it uses the only action actually that it can, and it's a pseudopod, which does bludgeoning damage and exit damage. And the first one is a 12, which doesn't hit, I think, on Cepheon.
No, 17.
And Second one is 9, so that also doesn't hit. So it drops from the ceiling and it miscalculated its drop. And it touches you, but it doesn't damage you or doesn't hit you, and it falls flat on the floor, straight in front of you. And then it's Deimus who can do the first attack.
I'm not gonna attack. I notice combat is starting and more might happen. So I'm gonna use my staff of defense and cast Mage Armor.
Nice. That changes your armor, right?
Yeah, so now I have 16 armor class.
Can you try to change that in the clash? I'm just curious if you are able to.
Yeah, I am.
Great. That's nice. Alright, then it's Azareah's turn.
Is it possible to know the intelligence of the ogre jelly?
It's a jelly. I'm not sure how much intelligence you inspect from that.
Because apparently with my ring of animal influence I can make a beast fear me if it has an intelligence lower than 3.
Do an investigation check.
13.
Alright, its intelligence is 2 / -4.
Okay, so I can use my ring to make it fear me, I assume.
And how much intelligence does it need to have?
3 or lower.
3 or higher, I think, no?
Targeting only beasts that have an intelligence of 3 or lower.
Alright.
Then it can fear me.
Yeah, so then you can, but yeah, okay, it's a creature. It can fear you. So you cast with your ring fear on it?
Yes.
And what does that do? Tell me. What does it do? How does it look like? How are you doing this?
I grab a hold of my ring while it's on my finger. I start turning it around while I look at the ochre jelly, and then my ring starts to lighten up, and it lightens up me also a little bit with it. And then when I look at the ochre jelly, it's noticeably trying to get away from me.
So I need to move away from you to my easiest thing that I cannot see you, which is behind this pillar.
Mm-hmm.
And there I will not be able to see you. So I will also be able to use my full attacks roll. Unless I see you again, and then it's going to be feared. And that's 1 minute, so that's for a couple of rounds.
Alright.
Alright. Then it's the ogre jelly's turn again. And goes to Cepheon. And throws a 21. And then it does his pseudopod attack, which is 2d6 plus 2. 6 and 6. Jesus. So that's 12, 14. So that's 14 bludgeoning damage. Plus 3 exit damage.
What's that?
So that is 18 damage on Cepheon.
Yeah.
I think that's 18 left then, right?
19.
How can it be 19 left?
No? 18?
36 minus 18 is 18, right?
Yeah. Miscalculate. Yeah, then I have 18 left.
So so the ogre jelly comes out to you and makes a fist out of its jelly, and it hits you right in the face. And because this jelly is very acid, it just sprayed a bit of acid on it. It doesn't have an effect of poisoning or anything, But still.
Acid.
Acid. Yes. What did you think that I said? Sorry.
No, that's fine. Exit. I was like,
Exit. Yeah. Sorry, man. Sorry. I'm so sorry. My English is not as good as yours.
no problem.
Acid. ACID damage.
Oh, fine. Continue.
Great. Nice. Cepheon, your turn. What do you do in response to this damage that it did to you?
I stand on the altar and I take my lance and I turn it upside down, and with all the strength that I have, I pierce it right into him. Because I'm on the altar and I'm a little bit away, I have more than 5 feet distance between me and the creature who's on the ground. So I avoid my disadvantage and I attack him.
How do you mean? What are you doing all with you avoid your disadvantage?
If I have within 5 feet, so if I'm in combat with my lance, I have to maintain a 5 feet distance.
All right. So you jump on the altar.
Yeah.
Can you do an acrobatics check for me, please?
11, 10.
10. So you're able to jump on the altar, and then you use your lance to pierce it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then throw for the armor.
It's been a while. 22.
22. Well, that hits. So you stick your lance straight in there. How much damage do you do?
Nine.
All right.
Yeah, 9.
So you pierce him. Luckily, not slashing, but you pierce him. You take 9 damage out of him, and you see that it doesn't really do much to the ogre jelly, and it also cannot make a sound. So it's very hard for you to actually see if it does hurt him or anything. There's no blood, and but it's still alive and still very movable, as a jelly can move around with its arms and crawling over the floor like a pudding.
Yeah, take a little bit step back.
On the altar, that's perfectly fine.
Is it a question, do I now have advantage against him because he's on the ground and he's a jelly and I'm on an altar?
I will allow that, yeah, for sure. Because you're a bit on a higher ground, so you can stick down with your lance.
And he has to reach up, so then disadvantage.
Yeah, no. Great, not a problem. Deimus.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how the Eldritch blasts today.
Sorry.
So I have 17.
All right, yeah, great. You hit him. You hit the ogre jelly with your Eldritch Blast.
And then I'm gonna roll a d10. Is 9 plus 3 is 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. So you take out your Eldritch Blast. Well, not you take out. You create it within your hands and you shoot it out towards the ogre jelly, and you hit it, and it gives a bright flash, and smoke comes off of it. But the ogre jelly is still there, and it still looks like it didn't do much to it.
Yeah,
Azareah.
and I just moved a little bit.
You move a bit to the back. That's great. All right, Azareah.
Question is now if I can attack it if it fears me.
It still fears you, yes, for sure.
Can I?
I'm not sure. If it needs.
Well, I can.
As soon as you pop.
Yeah, I can. Can I take my longbow and then just shoot at it?
Yeah, of course. Go for it.
Can I shout, Azareah, can you please come a little bit closer, because then at least it also has disadvantage when it attacks?
Oh no, it now can see Azareah, so as long as it can see Azareah, it has disadvantage.
Okay.
So there you go, it has it can see Azareah, it has disadvantage.
Yeah.
15.
On attack.
Plus,
Okay.
it's
Keep in mind, Azareah, not that it's gonna matter, because it's gonna flee from you as much, but when you use your longbow for until your next turn, you're gonna have -2 AC.
I know.
Alright, great. First you throw if you hit it.
Yeah, 16.
Yes, you hit it.
And then a 4.
A 4. So you do 4 damage, and the arrow it hits the ogre jelly, but it just keeps on sticking in there. And the ogre jelly is still alive, doesn't... yeah, it's still moving around a bit. But it's not looking like it would like to get any closer to you. And then the ogre jelly is so scared of Azareah and is going to get closer to Cepheon and tries to leap up with its with its pudding, its jelly-like being, and it throws 14 on hit, which misses. He just can't really seem to be able to get up the altar or hit Cepheon, which is higher than him. Cepheon, what do you do?
Well, I'm gonna attack him.
All right.
I take a step back on the altar, so I'm farthest away from him. Get my lance up again.
I still would count this as within 5 feet, to be honest.
Okay.
So you would have disadvantage then.
If you have advantage and disadvantage at the same time, does it cancel each other out then?
Yeah, because you're still higher up a bit, so it's not that close by, but so you can do a normal throw then.
And because it's like basically sticking down, you know? It's not...
Yeah. Very clumsy. Like, I can imagine it looks very clumsy. You with your long lance standing up an altar trying to stick down into... But how much did you throw for hit?
14.
Alright, so even though it looks very clumsy, you still are able to hit it.
Oh, nice. I thought it would be a miss. 7, 9 again.
9 damage. Alright. And you poke it with your... Well, poke it. You pierce it with your lance. And it actually starts jiggering a bit. Like thrilling and moving a bit around. And it shows, like you can feel and see that it's actually starting to hurt what you all are doing to it. And at that point, it's Deimus' turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast it again.
Of course, you are in line of sight. Let's go.
8 to hit.
8 to hit.
Yeah.
Well, you're lucky because you were able to hit it.
Oh, wow.
It's
okay.
jelly. It doesn't have much armor.
Okay. Let's see, and then do 5 damage.
You do 5 damage. So you take out your Eldritch Blast again. You create it within your hands, and you shoot it. You shoot it straight up the jelly. And there's a light flash, and there's a lot of smoke. And for a moment there, you all think that the ogre jelly disappeared. But unfortunately, when the smoke disappears, the ogre jelly, at least a small bit of it, is still there. Azareah, what do you do?
Can I use my Sacred Flame cantrip to throw an attack at it?
You want to attack it with your Sacred Flame?
But I basically want to set it on fire or something from a distance.
Well, your Sacred Flame, isn't that radiant damage?
Yeah, it's flame-like radiance.
Yeah, so it doesn't get on fire, but it inflames him. And how much is the saving throw I need to do for you, Azareah?
1d8.
No, that's your damage. There should be saying like... Let me have a look at your character.
It says where you normally see the plus a number to hit, you see value with an.
Dexterity 12.
Yeah.
So I need to do a saving dexterity of 12.
Yes.
Alright. He throws 19. So you cost your... What was it?
But he has a disadvantage for saving throws because he's feared.
Oh my god, you're
And
good.
because
Thank you so much. His second throw was a 15.
Okay.
So unfortunately it still doesn't hit him. So yeah, so you create... What was the attack?
Sacred Flame.
I'm sorry, I have so much in front of me here. So you cast your Sacred Flame and you cast it towards it. But it's able, because of the heat that comes off of it, it's able to sense it and moves his jelly body around it and be able to evade your Sacred Flame. And with its stupid mind, it again tries to get to Cepheon up the altar because it's too much distracting him. And he's unable to get there. He's just, with all his might and all his power, tries to get up to the altar, get to Cepheon, but he just can't.
He's really small now, right? If I'm correctly.
It's your turn, Cepheon.
How big is he at the moment?
Yeah, just still like 3 feet in diameter. No, then 1.5 feet in diameter. So
1.5 feet only. In that case, I look at them.
diameter is 3 feet wide.
Oh, 3 and how high?
1 feet.
I look at him. I take my spear in my hand, and I hold it.
Your spear of lance.
No, my spear, my lance, sorry, that I have, so it's high up, and I hold it like the point is a little bit lower as my feet, and I say, "You die!" And I jump off the altar, and with the spear that's a little bit lower than my feet, I smack it right into the thing that looks like its face.
Nice, that's the enthusiasm that I like. Throw for hit. We don't know how good you can jump.
21.
Alright, so you jump perfectly well. How much do you hit him for? 4. Alright. So you jump off the altar with your lance and you scream, "You die!" And you hit it. And you come down on the floor. Where? To the north, south, or to the left of him?
Actually wanted to squeeze his whole brain out with my feet and my lance.
Yeah, well, it still didn't die.
Well, then I slide off on this side.
Alright. So, well, yeah, it didn't die yet, but it's very close. It's barely moving. It's just like a bit of jelly that is laying on the ground there, moving around, trying to crawl towards you. And at that point, Deimus, you're gonna...
Eldritch Blast it again, obviously.
Eldritch Blast this jelly out of space. Please do
so. 15 to hit.
Yes, it hits.
And 10 damage.
10 damage. So this time you are like 3 times is don't know how you say it in English, but 3 times is a charm. That's how you say it. And you take out your Eldritch Blast, you create it within your hands, you shoot it at the ogre jelly. And this time, the ogre jelly... Oh, where did it go? The smoke disappears from your shoot. And this time, the ogre jelly is dead and gone. End of initiative.
Fuck, I've been rolling the whole time with a D10 instead of a D12.
Well, you manage anyway, so that's a great job. Alright. What's next?
Well, let's see if we can investigate the room to see if we can find another room that goes somewhere.
Alright.
discuss, act, say where you're going. I see you south.
I investigate this side.
This side?
Yeah.
What is this side?
Sorry, this side. Here.
South, alright. Throw an investigation check.
14.
14. So you are touching the wall again. And you're like, I've done this before. Do I have like a deja vu? No, this is another wall, right? But even though it is a different wall, again, from the ceiling, drops an ogre jelly.
Oh boy.
Straight on top of you. And it surprises you again. And we are back again in action, and it's round number 2 to a different ogre jelly that was attached to the ceiling on this side of the wall.
Are you serious?
We know how to beat. It is easy to beat, so that's good.
I can die, literally. If it does 18 damage again, I'm dead.
Well, maybe you need to be a bit more careful with just going anywhere as first.
I feel it's my job.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Well, you have an elf who can cast. You have a cleric.
Let's go.
What are you worried about? So you had still 18. Then this is a new ogre jelly. Then everybody's still at 30. All right. Okay. That's fair. So Deimus, go for it.
Yep.
Because you see Cepheon again going to the wall, and then you just see from the shadows of the ceiling that there's again this ogre jelly that drops on top of him.
Down like a snuck, like a big boogie.
Exactly.
And they're like, Cepheon, watch out! And I take my hands and I said, I'll just blast him. 16 to hit.
It hits.
And 10 damage.
10 damage. Alright, so it hits him in the back, but it still is there and it still is fully focused on Cepheon. Cepheon is surprised. Azareah. You also see what's happening and you see the reaction of Deimus. And what do? Keep in mind there is a pillar in between.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, no. I'm thinking because if I shoot an arrow again, then it's gonna just stick in it. Basically, it doesn't do much.
Then you do with disadvantage.
I think, if I may suggest just a little bit off track, I think you do most damage with your sword.
Alright.
Unless it's slashing damage, I'll give you that.
Oh yeah, wait, it's a slashing sword.
Yeah,
No.
I'm fine. If you want to fight 2 of them, that's fine by me. I don't care.
Thank you, DM.
But you've been warned by the dwarf, okay?
No, I can do. What is it called? Jesus.
I don't think it's called Jesus.
Guiding bolt. No, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but I don't want to waste it on a stupid jelly mucus thing.
And a cantrip you did earlier?
I can do Sacred Flame again to try to set it on fire. Can I?
What do you want to do?
To set it on fire with my Sacred Flame.
Well, with your Sacred Flame, you can't set it on fire. But you can attack it.
I would like to. Yeah.
Let me have a look. Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
The 3.
Of hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't hit. So with your Sacred Flame trying to shoot between the pillars at the ogre jelly, you actually hit one of the pillars and that misses it. Which means it's the ogre jelly's turn. And it's going for Cepheon. And it throws 19 to hit.
and it uses again its slimy, disgusting. He creates this tentacle that comes out of the jelly, and it goes for Cepheon. And that's 10, and that does 13 damage to Cepheon, of which 3 acid damage.
Off and.
Off.
Yeah, no, then 5 left.
Yes.
I'm badly wounded.
So it hits Cepheon very much in the face, and Cepheon is screaming it out, and he just feels that the ogre jelly is getting a bit too much of him. And it's Deimus that sees all of this happening, that the ogre jelly is damaging his friend, his companion, very much. It's Cepheon is close to his end at the moment. What do you do?
Well, I do what I can. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast while I'm thinking, like, aren't both these guys supposed to be having healing spells? I wonder. But I'm gonna Eldritch Blast. And rolling 23 to hit.
Alright, you hit with your Eldritch Blast. How much do you hit?
5 damage.
You do 5 damage. Great. So you hit it, but after that you hit it, it's still there. And it's still scrawling and moving around the floor behind Cepheon. And after all this damage that has been done to Cepheon, now he is able to turn around and do his action against the ogre jelly.
I'm gonna do nothing. Well, I'm gonna move.
That's
move closer to me.
unfortunately, I'm not sure if that's very smart, because then he's gonna get how do you call that?
Oh.
Like, I lose the name all the time.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Opportunity attack.
Okay, then in that case, I use a lesser restoration.
With lay on hands, or
No. Lay on hands. I'm sorry, lay on hands.
So you get 15 HP back.
Yes.
That gets you back to 20.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, you can move, but I would not advise it to.
No, in that case, I did my action now.
All right.
So as a bonus action, I use Divine Favor.
All right. And what does that do?
It for my it charges my sword. So
It charges your sword.
I do a prayer to my dark goddess and I say, help me out of this. Give my sword the power I need, of my weapon the power I need, and my weapon deals an extra D4 radiant damage.
Nice. That's nice. But that's on the next turn then.
Yes, and because it's so close, I put my lance, drop it on the ground, and I take my how's it called? I take my javelin, who's also in my yeah.
And you charge this on your javelin then, right?
Yeah.
Great. All right. Well, that's great. That's nice. It's really nice. Azareah, what are you gonna do now?
Yeah, I can try to hear Cepheon even more. I am actually trying to think, because there was something with my Misty Step that I can take someone else with me, or teleport somebody with me. I'm thinking if I should teleport him.
That's, as far as I know, with the Eladrin elf from the Fae, it depends on which form of your Eladrin elf you are.
Okay, then not that. Then it's no. Yeah, I think.
You mean
I think
like you want to go to him and then take him away from there?
Yeah, but I can also just heal him, because I think the ochre jelly is not gonna survive another attack from Deimus, so then I can heal Cepheon.
All right.
If everybody agrees.
Yeah, no, thank you. Very much appreciated. And I'll be the decoy. You just guys, if I'm healed, I can be the decoy a bit more.
So what healing are you gonna use?
I'm gonna do healing word because then I don't have to go closer to him. Then I can just focus on him, and I can chant in Elvish, and then his wounds lighten up and heal with 1d4
plus your ability
Plus-
modifier.
Yes. The d4 was 3.
So that's 8 HP that you gain. And how does it sound, your healing word, Azareah?
As I said, I'm chanting in Elvish, and until I see him completely healing, I keep saying Fenya and Azareah.
All right. Fenya is a
You
yay.
know Elvish? I'm impressed.
That is very cool. And that means that the ogre jelly is gonna try again to hit, and it's a natural one. So it's not hitting. It tries to hit Cepheon, but Cepheon jumps out of the way. And all his ogre blurriness is smashed on the ground instead of smashed on Cepheon. Deimus.
Eldritch Blasting, 1924 to hit.
Yes, of course.
And 6 damage.
6 damage. So you hit with your Eldritch Blast, but you start noticing that your Eldritch Blast all the time takes a small bit of the ogre jelly. But the ogre jelly is too big and it has too much mass to be able to get killed by this. And Cepheon, back to much more health. What are you gonna do about that ogre jelly to you?
Well, in the last turn, I equipped my javelin.
Exactly.
So, and that's charged now.
Yes. With a bond D4, right?
Yeah, with a 1d4.
Nice.
And let me see. That is for 1 minute. So that's a few rounds.
All right.
And I'm gonna attack it with the javelin. So
Great, go for it.
that is a 16 plus 4 is 20. And I throw. Uh, 6 plus 2 is 8.
What kind of damage does your javelin do?
Piercing.
Ah, shit. So you,
Of course, I will look into that.
yeah, oh, well, luckily. So 8 you say, right?
Plus 2
So that's
That-
10 damage.
in total. 8 piercing and 2 radiant.
8 and 2 radiant. So you pierce it with your javelin, and then while you pierce it, you see that this glow around it starts to pop up inside the jelly, and you think that you hear a little screech from it, from that, and it starts vibrating a lot, but it's still there, and it's still alive, and it's still ready to attack you, but not if Azareah can do anything about that.
But I don't know. I'm just really gonna do guiding bolt level 1 on it.
All right. Yeah, it's a bit in your range, so that's okay.
Otherwise I can move so a bit closer, so
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, it's just I was thinking like this pillar is the whole time a bit more in your way, but if
You're
you
standing
are
there, you can also
if
slash
you're over
it.
here, you can just go there. But if you're standing here, you can also slash it or something.
Oh no, don't slash it. Don't slash it.
no.
I make that
Yeah, come on, I want to do All right, guiding bolt, let's go. Come on, Hopake.
yeah, hope okay, my hand together, spreading it, and then it starts sparkling, lightning, bluff, and then I'm blasting it on that little.
All right. Do I need to? Is it against my armor class, or do I need to throw something as a Wisdom saving throw, Constitution, or Dexterity saving throw?
No, it's guiding bolt. It's not the sacred flame.
All right. So it's guiding bolt. So how much do you roll?
It's
for
4d6.
Sorry.
4d6. Oh, you mean first I have to do number 20?
20.
No, I don't have to. But it's a spell.
Yeah, +4 to hit. So just a normal attack roll again.
Yes,
Plus
please
4.
do against his
We have
armor.
14 plus 4, and then it's 18.
All right, so that hits. And then your guiding bolt. How much damage did it do?
Yeah, 4d6, 4 times d6.
I thought 46. I'm like, how?
4d6,
Okay, throw for it.
which is a 3, a 3, a 2, and a 3. So 11.
11. So Azareah jumps between the pillars, jumps behind the ogre, gets out her guiding bolt between her hands. She creates this magical light, and this bolt she just shoots at the ogre jelly in the back of the ogre jelly while it's focusing completely. And again there's this flash of light, and when the light disappears, surprise surprise, the ogre jelly is still there, but it's a bit blackish, and it's not moving as fast as that it did before. But it still has his eyes now turned on Azareah, because that hurt him, and now he's attracted to her, and goes to hit Azareah. And throws 24 to hit. So it hits Azareah with its pseudopod. That's 13 bludgeoning damage and 3 acid damage, so that's 16 damage for Azareah. And that brings you to 14 HP, if that's correct. Yeah, that's correct.
This guy is squishy, but can hit and big pull.
Like, it doesn't have a lot of armor or anything, but it can take a lot of hits. That's its power. Like, and it damages a lot. But that's its turn. While it's a bit blackish, scribberish, but it was able to nicely hit Azareah and Deimus. What do you do? It's between you and the pillar, so it's gonna be a bit hard to hit it.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna move first a little bit. There you go.
Alright, so you move a bit south from the altar, so you have clear vision to it.
Yeah, and then I'm going to Eldritch Blast him with my hands.
Really?
Obviously, yeah. Nothing too special, but 20 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
And 8 damage.
8 damage. So while you take out your Eldritch Blast, why do I all the time say take out? It's like a spell you create it with your hands. It's a blast. You shoot like Kamehameha, that bitch. You shoot it right in the face, and there's this big flash. There's a lot of smoke, and again you are able to defeat the ogre jelly with your Eldritch Blast. And that's the end of the fight against the second ogre jelly.
Can I investigate, look to the ceiling if I see any more jellies hanging on the ceiling?
Of course, go for it. Roll an investigation check.
That's 14 plus 2, so 20 total.
20 total. So you look on the ceiling, and with your dark vision, you actually have a pretty good vision of this. And you scan around, and you look in the corners and near the poles, and yeah, it looks like that this was all of the ogre jellies that has been in this area. And you should
you should not expect any other. No, you should not expect any other enemy in this temple.
Okay, good. Guys, I think it's clear now.
Can I finish? Can I do a new investigation roll?
Of course.
No, because then we get a new ogre jelly.
No. 18. And can I check now the wall now for a new hidden?
Of course. So Cepheon gets up again, and he's like, "Well, now that the ogre jellies is gone, I would like to inspect this temple a bit more." And he puts his hand on the wall, and he searches a bit, and he pushes a bit, and at one point he pushes more, and he pushes straight through an open door here.
I'll follow it, and I open the door.
And he goes into a dark hallway where he sees a door, and he opens the door, and there he comes out in a long hallway.
I go back. People, shall we do a short rest? I found something. And it's a bit bigger, but first, let me go back, because I think there's something we can use. And I said, hey, can you come look? We found something, and the two
Who are
ogres
you
are dead.
saying this?
To Norbert.
And how's the response of the others?
I would go and ask them if they know more about what kind of creatures they are, and if it's only ochre jellies, if they know anything about them.
You are still in the temple, Azareah. Come on.
I know, I'm not asking. I'm like, that's my.
So Cepheon, you are at the dwarves back outside of the temple, and they ask you, Did you? Which one are you talking to?
The
White
one
beard
that
or brown
speaks,
beard?
white beard that speaks common.
Unfortunately, that's not the one that speaks common.
Sorry, the black beard that speaks common.
All right, so you go to him, what do you say to him?
That it's done. Can we please have the stones? Because you can inspect. The dead bodies are over there.
Oh, you're able to finish the ogre jellies in the temple?
They're dead.
Oh, that's great. That's great. All right, so who am I gonna give these sending stones to then?
Give them to me.
Well, all right then, if you say so. There you go. Here are the sending stones that I promised you. Thank you very much for clearing out the temple.
I give one to Azareah.
Thanks.
Said you never know when it can be
That's
convenient.
so lovely. You as a couple will always be nice to be able to talk to each other. I would not imagine that a human and an elf would go together that good.
We don't.
Oh.
Oh well, thank you for the offense. Well, I mean, I was just starting to like you a little bit more, but I mean, this, yeah, well, never mind. Okay, let's go inside. Let's take a short rest. Now it's clear, and then we go. What are you about? We go look in the temple.
I've been investigating the altar in the meantime. Not sure if there's anything to find, but
In the altar?
yeah.
On the altar, you actually find just a cloth that's very rebel with a bit of dried blood on it, but that's basically all. You can do an investigation check, but you will not find anything more in that on that altar.
Okay. Okay then. Okay. And the other ones, just to be sure, here.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, we first
Do
do a
an
short rest.
investigation check.
Yeah, well, I'm doing a short rest while he's doing that. So.
All right, so that takes an hour.
Yeah, I started that before he was what he said before he went to the altar.
I mean, investigating takes 5 minutes. I've been doing that while they were talking to the dwarves.
Yeah, exactly. So, but would you all like to get together? A short rest together or not? Or what's going on?
I'm okay to take the short rest later. Sure.
Later. You first want to inspect this wall a bit while they are talking outside with the dwarves, okay?
Exactly. Yeah.
This exact wall?
Well, seeing I'm going to stand there, right at the opposite of where I saw Cepheon go through there.
Alright, throw an investigation check.
18, 14, 18.
18! So you see that Cepheon actually found like a hidden door, so as smart as you are, you to the opposite immediately start pushing this wall, and while you push, you find exactly the same kind of secret door and hallway where you could go through.
Right. Cool. So I'll just wait here for them to return from the dwarves.
And they return.
And I'm short resting now. I think I'm gonna take a short rest.
Everyone taking a short rest.
Yeah.
Because
Let's take a short rest. I mean, I don't need a short rest, so I'm just gonna...
if you don't need it, you could investigate a little bit because you're stealthy. I have a disadvantage. If I go stealth with my armor, then yeah, maybe you can see if we can better go to the north or the south.
I can do that in the meantime. Yeah, sure.
Alright. And
First,
Azareah, I would like to know what you're doing at this point.
I'm short resting as well.
Good, Deimus. On exploration, while the others have a short rest after the damage they took from the ogre Jellies, he heads north into a tunnel and sees on his left side that it's completely collapsed. No way through.
I'm being alert. This being an unknown corridor, of course, and still darkish, though I can see.
Very dark.
So while being alert, I'm slowly looking for if there's not any traps, obviously, on the floor or on the ceiling, on the walls. Nothing suspicious, and I'm going to the door, and I'm gonna inspect the door.
All right, investigation check.
14, 6, 18, 20.
20. So it's stone door made of some nice pretty stonework, and you go with your fingers around, you touch it, you feel that it's easily pressed open, and when you touch it, when you press it a tiny bit open, you don't hear a click, you don't hear a rick-a-tick. It feels like you can just open it up and that it's a basic ordinary door.
Yes, well, knowing it doesn't click or tick or does do anything, then I suspect I can also stealthily open it, that it doesn't make any sound on the other side either.
Of course.
So I'm slowly opening it to look through the small gap of the door without blowing it full open.
All right. So with the investigation check that you did, I allowed that you can actually see a bit more in this room. And this looks like some kind of bed chamber. There's 3 stone bed frames against the east wall, but completely empty for the rest.
Tempting, but just stone bed frames. Nothing.
Nothing more of interest is what you can see.
It's a closed room as far as I can see.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going back. Going to the other side. I mean, that doesn't take an hour, right?
No, hello.
Yeah, exactly. So here as well, being alerted. Walking alert, going to the door, inspecting the door.
Alright, investigation check.
Just to be sure, it's better safe than sorry. 15, 19 total.
19! Alright, so you do the same procedure again. You touch the head of the door, the sides. You go with your fingers, try to go underneath. You're not able to. It's a firm stone door, and it feels that you can push it open, but when you push it open, it feels like it has a bit more pressure. But again, there's no tick or anything, and with your 19, you see that there's no trap on this door whatsoever.
Okay, slightly pushing it more open to look what I see in the room behind it.
Alright, and you look in, and you actually look straight up at
a lot of rocks on the floor, and it looks like a room that has been completely collapsed. With no way out.
I'm gonna move
Rubble
in it.
everywhere.
I'm gonna move in it one step, just to look better, get a full vision of the room. Okay.
And there you see that it's a completely devastated room. There's nothing in there. Rocks everywhere. Walls have collapsed. It looks like there's something bad happened in here, and that completely crushed the whole room.
Okay. Going back. Can I just still take one step in this room? Just one step?
Of course, you take a step in this room, and the room opens up, and
Nothing.
there you go. Just 3 beds there, and it looks like a bed chamber with nothing more of interest.
Can I
Still has not
investigate?
been an hour with all this investigation.
Sorry, that's.
It has not been an hour yet. You still
Yeah.
have time.
In this room, I want to investigate the ceiling if there's any more gooey balls.
All right, do an investigation check.
16.
16. You take a look. You try to touch even the ceiling because you feel like it's close, but no, you're not able to touch the ceiling. But you can see it though, and you can see the corner, left corner, right corner. Behind you, you turn around, and it looks like a very nice, smooth ceiling, and no creature attached to it.
Okay, that's
Boring bed chamber, to be honest.
good. I want to investigate this wall,
The south wall,
the south wall.
Right.
Yeah.
investigation check again. Keep the dice rolling.
12.
12. All right, so you put your hands straight in front of you, and unfortunately, there's nothing there. There's a big wall. You try to push it a bit, but nothing goes. Then you take a step more left, and there you start touching it. But that wall feels different than the other wall. You start pushing it, and you give it a firm push, and a secret door flings right open. And that gives you a bit of view in that room. And there you go.
All right. Do I dare to? It's scary to move on too much.
Is it but now not an hour yet?
No.
Or not?
I'm just
Let's
gonna
say
be
45 minutes, he still has a bit of...
alertly moving to the other door.
Alright.
Investigate here.
Okay.
First ceiling above me, then the door.
Good. Nothing on the ceiling, and the door looks like any of the other doors that you have ventured at this point. Even though you see that there's a wardrobe against the east wall of this room. But, well, yeah, it holds rotted remains of 2 suits of red leather armor, so it's completely rotted, unusable.
Yeah, I'm not bothering. Trying to very, very slightly push open the door and peek through it.
Now you get the feeling that there's something in there, but you'll see. That's better. And you take a look inside this area. Right?
Yep.
All right. So you take a look,
Yeah.
and you see that there's a hallway. And to the opposite, another door. And to your right, there's a wall. And to your left, the hall has been completely crushed. There's a lot of rubble in this hallway to your right. No, to your left, sorry. Yeah.
I mean,
That's all I can say about it.
Yeah. Using my little sense of direction, I notice I'm very close to the. I must be close to the other room I have already been in, and I'm going back. The next steps I'm taking with the others.
All right. Well, that's an hour. So So when you come back, Cepheon and Azareah are nicely well rested. And it's up to you how to inform them.
Yep. Right, guys. I've seen several rooms, several secret doors even. The other one to the south, it's a dead end. It has a pile of rubble and we can't get through it, but through the north, there's like a whole room system. And I did not dare to go any further without you. So let's go there together.
Okay, where to?
North, and then just follow the rooms.
Okay.
The open doors. Azareah, are you also awake? Yeah, okay, cool. Let's go.
So I'm gonna investigate this side because I think it's strange that there's a corridor.
Do an investigation check.
18.
18. You put your hands on the wall, you push like what you did with the other wall, and you push straight through. And surprise, surprise, there is actually a secret doorway.
So many secret doors. This place.
Well, this looks like it's going back, so but it's good to know. Shall we venture forth? I mean, shall I just go in first, or does anybody else want to go in first this time?
I think this is gonna be our end destination, so...
Well, then I'll just grab in the door and I scream, "Let's kill something!"
You kick in this secret door, or you kick that door? Alright, so you kick in that door, and you get into a room that is completely rumbled and completely down.
Well...
With all kind of rocks. And
anti-climax?
And, yeah. You just see that there's like a skeleton of a dwarf priest rotting away in rotted red leather armor.
Well, is
And
this
it
where
clearly looks
the
like that
stands?
he's got killed by the room that just collapsed.
I want to, yeah, this is the direction where the feeding came from, so I want to see if there's, if he holds the thing of value that I found.
Do investigation check.
15.
15. And you go a bit closer to this dwarf skeleton. And then you see that around its neck there's a necklace, which is a holy symbol of Avatar, which is the exact thing that you have felt in the other room. And that necklace is with a tiny jewel, and the necklace is made out of silver, and the symbol is inscribed with Dwarvish runes. Do you read Dwarvish?
Nope.
So you have no idea what it says?
No,
So-
but it's evil, and yeah, it was. I could feel this evil. You told me earlier, right?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
You know, we could either take it and go to the dwarves, or call the dwarves and let
no,
them...
I'll take it.
Yeah?
Alright, so you take this necklace,
Evil necklace?
with jewel and made out of silver, and you put it in your pocket and nothing happens.
Alright. Let's go back to the dwarves
Well,
and ask
I mean,
them if they can read what it's about.
Can we? Did you investigate everything properly? Can we investigate this part?
Of course, do an investigation check.
14.
And you touch with your hand the walls, and there's just ordinary walls with some beds put against it.
I want to investigate this side then as well, as Cepheon said that. It's not a bad idea to investigate a little further.
Great, investigation check.
15.
All right. You put your hands against the wall and you move it all around. You set a bit on the bed while you do this, but this also is a very firm wall that does not go any further.
Guys, you think this is it? I mean, one would expect a little bit more, I don't know, treasure somewhere. But okay.
Can you read what this says?
Oh, hello. Oh, where did you find this piece of jewelry? Great. Oh, that says Dwarvish. What does it say? Let me have a look. Oh, but this is a necklace from Abathor. Are you familiar with Abathor?
No, can you please tell me something about it?
Of course. Well, Abathor is the evil dwarven god of greed. And it says in Dwarvish, greed is good.
I can concur with that.
I love it. I put the necklace over my neck and I...
You killed the ogre Jellies and, well, thank you very much. We gave you the stones and everything. I think job well done.
Yeah.
While we're here, good Deslin, could you do me one more favor? And I put my hand in my bag, I'm searching my bag, and then I take out this strange tome I don't know anything about, that's written in Dwarvish, that I got from the Red Brand Lair. And I asked Desmond, what is this tome about? Can you read it for me? What does it say?
Oh, well, let me have a look at that then. Let me have a look at it. And you see the other dwarf comes in and grabs it from it. Well, actually, he said, okay, hold on. It's not very interesting, actually.
Come on, tell the truth.
The journal of an adventurer. It's a journal of an adventurer named Urmon. He describes something about the history of a lost mine of Phandalin and the Forge of Spells.
Very interesting.
What does it say? Does it say anything else?
Well, it says something about the lost mine of Phandalin and the Forge of Spells and the whole history. But there's also something that it says that a magic mace named Lightbringer was commissioned by Priest of Lathander, the god of dawn as we know it, and from the mages working with the gnomes and dwarves of the Phandalin Pact. And that this mace was lost in the Wave Echo Cave when the mine vanished from history. So it's about the Wave Echo Cave where which is the lost mine of Phandalin and the Forge of Spells, this famous myth, and that there is this mace called Lightbringer has been lost inside. It's like recordings from our Urmon who has actually visited the place.
Is there anything about the location about the Echo Cave?
Yeah.
Let me have a look. No, it doesn't. No, it does. Just backstory.
Can I look? Can I use my wisdom to see and get out my map and see if I can remember something about the Echo Cave?
Explain what you're trying to do.
To see if it rings any bell about the location. If I look at the map.
Yeah, of course. Go. Just keep in mind that to be able to get your memory, you need to have been there before.
I know, but yeah, 15.
So you look at your map to see if Wave Echo Cave means something to you.
No, if it rings a bell, because of course you heard so much about it and you know places.
Of course.
See if it's, yeah.
But it unfortunately is not giving you any directions, or it doesn't ring a bell for you to be able to know if it's close to this cave or if in whichever kind of mountain it is.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
I just don't get it. Like, there has to be something. We already heard about the Lost Mine and the Forge of Spells and the Wave Echo Cave. Is there nothing in this tome that we can use?
Well, he puts a lot of focus on a mace called Lightbringer, like a special
true.
magic weapon
That's new.
that is lost and was commissioned by Priest of Lathander. But that it has been lost, and probably it's something to be found at this cave.
Okay, well,
That's all it says. I'm sorry that there's nothing more of information in this tome. That I'm sorry to disappoint you.
yeah, now you don't disappoint me. The book does a little bit, but thank you very much, Deslin, for helping.
Of course, it's my pleasure, and we will be a bit more careful around this and be on the lookout for the dragon. Thank you for warning us.
All right. Guys, I think we're done here.
Yeah, shall we travel back to the village?
I'd say yes. Let's at least talk to Helia, say we've warned the people she wanted warned.
All right.
Well, depends if it's a solid way back or not.
So you exit this area. You say goodbye to maybe your new friends, the dwarves. And you exit the cave. You exit the temple. You get out into the ravine. And when you're there, you stumble upon 3 orcs that just arrived at this excavation. To be continued in episode 7. Thank you for listening.